Okay, so today is what would have been record store day. So I'm just gonna go through all of my records. I don't remember what I have. I haven't done this in a hot minute. So, so yeah, I have all my records down here. I'm just gonna pick them up and go through them and show you, I guess, because you wanna know. First one is Tribe Called Quest. We got it from here. Thank you for your service. The first Tribe album in a while and just smashed it. It's one of my favorites. It's iconic. This one, German version of the Clockwork Orange soundtrack. This one, Peggy Goo, her EP once. It just slaps. Like, I don't even know what to say. She's just super cool, man. And the artwork on all of her albums is really, really awesome. Tame Impala. Tame Impala's first EP. This is amazing. I love this so much. Ty Segall, Manipulator. This album is amazing. Look at that. That's pretty damn cool. Glam rock. It's just awesome. This is great. Pond. Man, It Feels Like Space Again. I believe this is the one. Is this it? No, it's not. This is Hobo Rocket. Oh my goodness. Hobo Rocket, again, I actually do really love this, even though I couldn't remember the name just now. Beards, Wives, Denim, and Man, It Feels Like Space Again. So, all these Pond albums I really love. Stupid fun. I think I have a set list in here. Yeah, I have a Pond set list in here. That's pretty cool. Put that in there and forget that I have it again. Big ups. Before a Million Universes. I know they probably hate being told that they sound like Slint, but they sound like Slint. They're awesome. I love them to pieces. They're so good. Another Tame Impala, Lonerism, Mood. It's Tame Impala. Like, they're one of my favorite bands of all time. They're great. Yeah, I think they really shaped a lot of the way that I play guitar and thought about music in terms of writing it. So I owe a lot to them, even though I didn't end up taking that anywhere. But thank you. Oh gosh. This one was actually a gift from a dear friend. I love Francoise. She's an icon. But yeah, she's a massive inspiration to me style-wise, but I also really love her music. Television, Marquee Moon. If you know, you know. Just an iconic proto-punk record. Formative for so many bands. But yeah, this is an iconic album. The OCs, help. Oh, I guess they're called OCs now. This was like in the era when I was getting obsessed with everything related to Ty Segall, OCs, King Gizzard, all of that garage rocky, loud, heavily affected guitar rock. And I don't regret any of it. It was a great time. This album's great. But yeah, they're dope. They're so awesome. The Murlocs, an Australian band, very bluesy, very talented. Mac DeMarco, yeah, I like Mac DeMarco. 2 other Mac DeMarco albums. All of you Mac fans out there, I love 2. 2 is great. Rock and Roll Nightclub is fun as well, but I think 2 is probably his best one. I have a lot of Australian bands in my vinyl collection. This is like the predecessor to like all of them. Mink Muscle Creek. But yeah, like, it's purple. That's kind of sick, isn't it? This slaps. Definitely listen to it. Mink Muscle Creek, Mink Muscle Manticore. Let me talk about the B-52s for a minute. One of my favorite bands of all time. Very underrated post-punk band. They have a unique style of music that gets misconstrued as a joke, but if you really think about it, if you listen to them and compare them to like other bands that came out in the 70s in that same new wave post-punk era, they are among the top. They're just so good. I can't even, like, just listen to them. Listen to them and find out yourself. Talking Heads, Fear of Music. This is great. I mean, it's Talking Heads. I love them. It's just Talking Heads. It's just Talking Heads. It's just great. David Bowie compilation. Yeah, I picked it up mostly because it's got Golden Years on it. I heard it in A Knight's Tale and I watched it on Disney Channel in the scene where Heath Ledger and Shannon Sussman danced at the dinner. And yeah, I love Golden Years. I think that's probably my favorite Bowie song. No, I Tell a Lie, it's Modern Love. Yeah, it's Bowie and it's awesome. Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder. This is actually a collector's album. It's got 2 records in there, a 14-page lyric booklet, and a bonus single, I think. Bodega. It's Endless Scroll by Bodega. This is such a sick record. Like, I'm a huge fan of like more modern post-punk bands. This is a fantastic record. I mean, the name Endless Scroll is very obvious about what the kind of messaging behind this album is, and it's a post-punk band, so make of that what you will, but it's really, really well done. Oh no, the Smiths. Yeah, I bought it from the music store that I used to work at because we got like limited edition releases of the Smiths reissues for our own kind of like record store day. Yeah, it's just a pressing of I think the single version of The Queen Is Dead. It's the Smiths. I love the Smiths, but I hate Morrissey. It's Jeff Goldblum's album that he released with the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra. It's actually signed by Jeff Goldblum. The story behind that is I used to work at HMV. Anyway, I used to work at HMV and I used to do a bit of social media there and make like stupid videos for Instagram and Twitter. And we had like a competition to promote Jeff Goldblum's album, and I'll leave a link in the description box. You can go and see that for yourself. But we won. And the prize was to win a signed copy of the album, a signed turntable, and we were supposed to get like a phone call with Jeff. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting, Mr. Goldblum. But yeah, Jeff Goldblum. Another album signed by a legend, Johnny Marr. There was a signing for Johnny Marr at Rough Trade when he released this album. And I went from my guitar lesson straight to Rough Trade with my guitar on my back. And then I bought the album and then queued up to get it signed. And I just got chatting to Johnny Marr, innit? He was talking to me about like playing guitar and learning and stuff, and he mentioned that he played a show the night before. He gave me his guitar pick. It's so faint, you can hardly see it, but it says Johnny on there. Me and Johnny Marr were friends, we're friends. 2 records by The Police. Don't pretend you don't love them. They're great. I love The Police, they're cool. These 2 jam albums, Walmart Cons and Setting Suns. I mean, they're cool. They're just cool, like, it's the jam, they're cool. Spandau Ballet, anyone? True, because why not? Supertramp, I picked this one up because one of the first songs that I actually learnt to play was Give a Little Bit, and it was on this, and I think I picked this up specifically, I know now, I picked this up specifically because it reminded me of my first guitar teacher, so yeah, that's why I picked this one up. More Smiths, because why not? This is not my favourite Smiths album because it was when everything started to like get bad with them. There's discontent in this album and you can feel it, like, ooh, it's got bad vibes. This album has bad vibes. Single version of Fool's Gold by the Stone Roses. Iconic song, Goo by Sonic Youth. It's Goo, man, like, it's so good. I think probably my favourite Sonic Youth album. Am I lying? Maybe. It depends on the day. Sonic Youth, you can't go wrong. Next, my favourite Tame Impala album of all time. Amazing, iconic, brilliant, fantastic, beautiful. Jeremy Storm, their best song. Fight Me, Don't Fight Me, but yeah, In a Speaker. A classic, iconic. For some reason I have 2 of Blondie's Parallel Lines. I think one I thrifted, one was a gift. Don't know which one's which, but I have 2 of these. Another record store day purchase, this was last year that I bought. It's the Quarantine the Past compilation from Pavement. My favourite band of all time. Thank you. They're just the best. I love them to pieces. I'm gonna open this up because this is actually really cool on the inside. What do we call these? Panorama? I don't remember what they're called. But yeah, Pavement from a previous record store day. Lou Reed Transformer that I also got in Germany, I forgot to mention. Perfect Condition, iconic album. Lou Reed, rest in peace. Lemonade by Beyonce. This was actually a Secret Santa gift from my friend, my dear friend Sade. She got this for me for Secret Santa, and it's pretty amazing gift, I won't lie. Again, another amazing open spread. Like a photography booklet in there as well. It's just like cool as hell. Beyonce Lemonades, double vinyl LP. Thank you, Sade. Unknown Mortal Orchestra's Multi-Love. Amazing band. I feel like they can do no wrong musically. And Ruben seems like a legit dude. He's pretty chill, so would love to meet you, Ruben. I love you. Multi-Love's a great record. And it's pink. Cans. I can't pronounce it, but it's this. Eje Bamyasi. Probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Listen to this. This will change your life if you haven't listened to it already, but I feel like most people have. Yeah, a special one, Broadcast Tender Buttons. They released all of Broadcast albums again on vinyl, and I really wanted to, but I didn't have enough money to get all of them, so I just chose the one that meant the most to me, I guess. And I was actually introduced to this by my friend Vivi, well, to this band by my friend Vivi, and I recorded a cover of Black Cat and sent it to her for her birthday. So I think that's why I chose this one, because Black Cat's on this album. But yeah, Broadcast are an amazing band. They have a special place in my heart, and yeah, I'll love them forever, I think. Wall of Arms by the Maccabees. They were, I can't believe I'm saying were, yeah, they were an amazing band. I saw them at their farewell shows. Wall of Arms is my favorite album by them. It just hits me in the gut. It's so raw and spacious and engulfing all at the same time, and it has a very strong feeling of family in it, and I think that's why it's my favorite. Wall of Arms by the Maccabees. I miss them. Now we've got Parquet Quartz Records, Light Up Gold, Sunbathing Animal, and the Parquet Quartz EP. I believe it's an EP. A recent incarnation of what was going on in the 70s in New York at the time. On it with the lyrics, on it with the instrumentation, sparse and abrasive, very in-your-face, clever lyricists and musicians. Parquet Quartz, and there's also like a little EP that came, I think this came with Sunbathing Animal, the single version of Black and White. Love Parquet Quartz. Now, when I was talking about the family of bands that came out with Tame, Impala and Pond, I did forget to mention 2 records, one by Shiny Joe Ryan and one by Gum. I love this. I'm not gonna lie, I don't listen to this that much, but the artwork for this is really cool. I wanna say Jason Gallet, who does all of the King Gizzard stuff, did this artwork as well. That being said, I should probably move on to the King Gizzard stuff. Let's start off with this little one, which is actually the EP from Cook in King Giz. He has like a solo project called Pi Pi. This is the Cosmic Blip EP. And then you've got King Gizzard. When I first found out about them, I heard Oddments, and so I got the double LP version of Oddments and Float Along for Your Lungs. They're both really, really great records. Like, I can't pick favorites from it, but these were my intros to King Gizzard. Mind Fuzz, that was the next one that I got from King Gizzard. Again, this album blew my mind. Like, it was so intense in the best way possible. Quarters. Each track is 10 minutes and 10 seconds long. It was an experimental for them with the whole like doing 4 tracks and having them all be the same length. But I think every track worked really well. Followed by Paper Mache Dream Balloon. This was a more chilled record from them. And then it went to Nonagon Infinity, a beast of a record, beast of an album. An absolute brain melt all the way through, which is my kind of thing. But yeah, I love them. They're great. Very good band. You probably heard enough about them. But yeah, love King Giz. Also, with the King Gizzard albums, a lot of them tend to come with like really cool vinyl colors. So yeah, they've got probably the best vinyl. They probably do. I also have this little King Gizzard one. It comes with like these 3D glasses. You put them on and then you're supposed to be able to see the 3D-ness of the EP. Thundercat's Drunk. It's actually quite a nice box set, actually. It's really cool. It comes with like 4 discs with a pretty cool artwork. It's quite funny. We know that Thundercat is the meme king. Yeah, they went all out with this and the album is iconic. It's just amazing. It's just such a nice box set and an amazing album. So Thundercat's Drunk. Melody's Echo Chamber. Her first album, she's great. I love her. Jaguar Ma, another iconic band. This album was great. I've seen them live as well. They're really good bands. I wish they would just do more. Where have you gone, Jaguar Ma? Come back. Come back to us, please. Another Francoise Hardy one. Original debut album. It's like a translucent blue. I think that's really pretty. Yeah, that's quite cool. Palm, their album Trading Basics. This is the way that they arrange their music is very unique. Like, I've not heard anything like them before, but you have to listen to them to make it make sense. Shopping, oh, I love them. Shopping is so good. It's safe to say that they get a lot of their inspiration from bands like ESG, very British post-punk sounds. They are brilliant though. They're a fantastic band. I remember when I used to work at HMV, we would listen to their album The Official Body a lot. But yeah, they are such a fun band to listen to. My Bloody Valentine. I'm not obsessed with this album. I still think their older stuff is the best, but this is good. think I just got it because it was like their first release in ages. And I just wanted to have it, so I have it. Krill, I love this band with all of my heart. They are no longer with us. Rest in peace, Krill. But Distant Fist Unclenching by Krill is probably one of my, I would put it in my top favorite albums. It kind of helped me out in terms of like dealing with emotional turmoil. It's very sparse and arresting. The lyrics are very honest and raw is probably the best way to describe it. Raw. It's a very raw album. Goes down with some of the best that have been released in like the past 20-30 years. It's actually iconic. Krill, Distant Fist Unclenching. Definitely listen to this. Joanna Gruesome, Weird Sister. I bought this when I saw them supporting Stephen Malkmus with the Chicks. It's fun. I love Joanna Gruesome. Trash Kit, I guess this aligns with Shopping as well. Rachel Aggs, I think her name is. She plays in both Shopping and in Trash Kit. Great bands. Trust Fund, I think I saw them when they were supporting Speedy Ortiz. I love Trust Fund. They're great as well. And speaking of Speedy Ortiz, I have some records from them. I love Speedy Ortiz with all of my heart. This was the first record that I listened to of theirs, their sports EP. They have the perfect education of 90s alt rock. So yeah, Major Arcana, brilliant debut album. This is a EP, Real Hair. They're one of my favorite bands as well. I really love Speedy Ortiz and I love everything that Sadie does. White Fence, For the Recently Found Innocent. I love White Fence. Tim Presley makes really interesting music. It makes me sad at times. I think that's the thing about White Fence. There's something about his music that makes me sad, but I really like it. Amazing artwork also. This album's really good. I've also got some Earth, Wind & Fire for your nerves. Look at that. I'm having a great time. Oh, I love this. Memories that I don't even remember, but I love that. Here we go, lads. It's what you've been waiting for. Foals. Oh gosh. If you know me, you know about Foals, and you've probably experienced what I've experienced with Foals. It's intense love and intense hatred. Antidotes, one album. I no longer have the affinity with Foals that I used to, but I appreciate the work that they did at the time. But yeah, I think the first records that I bought were Foals ones. So I bought like the Cassius singles and Olympic Airways. Amazing artwork by Tinhead. I don't know where he's now. And then I got this, a remix by Kieran Hebden, aka Fortet, and it's got like etching by Tinhead on it. I can see like the etching on the back, which is really cool. I think that's awesome. And then I got the Metropolis Sessions. I bought that. That's quite cool. Let's go through some of my 7-inch singles. Sauna Youth, False Jezzy Part 2, cover of a Pistines track. It's done in like a C86 kind of style. 2 from The History of Apple Pie, Do It Wrong was probably my favourite song from them, and it's also featured on their debut and only album. And Don't You Wanna Be Mine, another single as well. Parquet, Tomorrow, Paper, Scissors, Stone. Parquet are made up of the drummer from The History of Apple Pie and the bassist from the band Yuck, and they've got a really cool sound. Single from Blur, Puritan and Under the West Way. 2 from When I Was in Germany. This one is the single version of Let's Dance by David Bowie, and this one is a German version of Kraftwerk's The Robots. It's a bit cliche, but I was in Germany, I was in a record store, saw Kraftwerk on the wall. You gotta do it. So my friends Sabina and Ina, I love you guys. Yeah, they convinced me to get it, so I did. But this is a nice memory of a fun time. Oh my god, we're nearly there. Ugh. Okay, next up we have Ort, and more Ort. Another one of my favorite bands. More post-punk, could you believe it? I feel like these albums are another few albums that like will stay with me forever. Like, they don't feel like they could date badly at all. The instrumentation is amazing. It's just abrasive, melodic, and dissonant in all the right ways. I love Ort. They're amazing. Another amazing post-punk band, Omni. Oh, I love Omni. They're so good. This is their debut album, Deluxe. It's just fantastically brilliant. Dry Food by Pale Hounds. This album is so sweet. Amazing guitarist. I saw her live and she absolutely shredded. She's an amazing guitarist. You have to check her out. She's good. Fantastic lyricist too. And the last ones that I have here are by the Vulfpeck family. So let's talk about Vulfpeck. We've got the first pressing of Mitpeck, And then we've got Volmir, and then we've got Mr. Finish Line. They're just one of the tightest bands I've ever seen and heard play live. Fantastic musicians. Get on Vulfpeck if you're into your funk, your soul. Fearless Flyers, which is like a collaboration between some of the Vulf members, Corey Wong and Nate Smith. Yeah, Fearless Flyers are amazing as well. Then you've got your Theo Katzmans, guitarist and vocalist and drummer, and also amazing solo artist. Very Americana inspired. He's great. Yeah, Heartbreak Hits. It's great. It's great, Theo. Well done. But getting on to the one that I really want to talk about, it's Joey Dosick. I love Joey. Of all the individual projects that come out of Vulfpeck, Joey Dosick is my absolute favourite. I love him to pieces. His voice is beautiful. His music is beautiful. He's a beautiful person. I love him. I can't say anything more glorifying about him. He's just brilliant. I love Joey Dosick. And I think that's it. That's it. That's all my records. Hopefully you learned something about me from them. Thank you for watching all the way to this far, if you have. If you have any recommendations, I'm always cool to have some new music to my already copious amount of vinyl. Comment what your favorites from these are, if you've heard any of them. And yeah, we shall see you when I see you.